Hello and welcome to episode 24 of IOnTheTigers, a podcast all about the National Ice Hockey League, but one that always has an eye on the Telford Tigers. Plenty to get through this week before we move on to the results and upcoming fixtures. And as always, it might be a podcast about the National Ice Hockey League, but you know which club I've always got an eye on, Telford Tigers. So we'll start with news coming out of there. A couple of pieces of news from the Tigers from the past week. First concerned some injury updates. So Sam Watkins, delighted to say, is out of hospital, back home and recovering well. So best wishes to Sam on his continued recovery. Danny Rose needs to consult with specialists concerning a knee injury that he picked up at Solway in the first game of the season. So best wishes, Danny. Hope that the prognosis is good when you do meet with the specialists. Rick Plant has had shoulder surgery and the club seem optimistic that he could be back later this season. So get well soon, Rick. Looking forward to seeing you pull on a Tiger shirt again with any luck. And last and certainly not least, Jonathan Weaver. He's got a shoulder surgery scheduled for January, so a few weeks away. So good luck. I hope all that goes well for you. Also news from Tigers camp concerned coach Tom Watkins, who will be an under-20, or be the under-20 Great Britain assistant coach for the upcoming championships in December. So well done, Tom. Be working with Martin Grubb on that, and with any luck, the GB team will be really successful. In terms of around the league, there's been plenty of comings and goings, but just before we move on to that, let's take a look at some shirt announcements. So Milton Keynes Lightning have revealed their Christmas shirt design. That makes two in the league that I'm aware of. So Tigers and Lightning have got Christmas shirts. I think the Tiger shirt does look better. Go on, Milton Keynes fans, come at me, tell me why Milton Keynes one is better. But no, Tigers one for me all day. It's just got the festive scene going on around it. It just looks better in my opinion. But, you know, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people with a very different opinion. Bees have also unveiled their neon shirt. Not one that I think necessarily expecting. I mean, Christmas shirts, yeah, you kind of expect, but a neon shirt, not really expecting. Let me know what you think of it, Bees fans or fans around the league. Do you like it? Do you not? I think it's an interesting idea. Might like to see a bit more colour, but obviously aware that too much colour on that could come up with something garish. So yeah, please let me know what you think. In terms of the comings and goings, plenty going on this week. So Bristol Pitbulls have perhaps seen the most. So Matt Smittle and Ralph Cicernis left, and then a couple of days later, excuse me, cough that's going around at the moment. But yeah, a couple of days later at Bristol, Dean Skins and Edgar Lamsbergs came in. Hull saw Liam Danskin request to leave, and a couple of days later he was announced by the Sharks, but Hull didn't waste any time and Jamie Chilcott was welcomed to their roster. Raiders brought in Coy Prevost, a non-British trained player for them. And last, not least, perhaps the one that has most dominated the news headlines, shall we say, in terms of signing news, Lightning, he's back. Liam Stewart is back and lacing him up for the Lightning. So, as I said, plenty of comings and goings. In terms of signings, yeah, definitely, I think Liam Stewart is, for obvious reasons, going to be the standout one. But it'll be interesting to see how Coy Prevost does skating with the Raiders. One final bit of news. Nothing confirmed on this, but it does look as though Wildcats are getting closer to being able to play home games. Heard that seemed to have been a couple of emails that have gone out, and 16th of December looks to be the date that's being given. So fingers crossed that is indeed accurate, and the Wildcats will be able to play home games again. Results from the past week. So let's kick off with the Saturday games. So the Knights hosted the Bees, and it was a home win. So the Knights winning that one 5-3. Sharks hosted the Phantoms. This one took overtime to separate them, but it was settled in overtime. No need for penalty shots. 7 goals in the game. And the Sharks got 4 of them, so a 4-3 win for the Sharks there at home against the Phantoms. Lightning hosted the Raiders. This one ended up being quite tight. Lightning 5, Raiders 4. And then the surprise result from Saturday, I think I can say, would be Pitbulls 6, Steel Dogs 2. Sharks winning in overtime against Phantoms. Yeah, good result by the Sharks, but could kind of see it happening. I mean, the game the previous week had been very close with the Phantoms only winning it 4-3. So, yeah, could definitely see that one. But Pitbulls beating the Steel Dogs 6-2. Couldn't see that one coming. So, great result there by the Pitbulls. Moving on to Sunday. Tigers 1, Wildcats 4. Yeah, not great for the Tigers. Aaron Nell with a couple of goals from absolutely no distance whatsoever. You don't leave Aaron Nell with chances to shoot from as close as he got. Fantastic first goal by Jaden Pecker for the Tigers, his first ever goal for the club, and absolutely great finish, it must be said. And props to Brad Day for some great saves. He kept the scoreline closer than perhaps it should have been. Other results, so Seahawks 3, Phantoms 6. So that's a really good win on the road there by the Phantoms at Hull. Raiders 3, Lightning 12. That's a pretty big scoreline. Previous night at MK might have been close. Not so close the Sunday night. Steel Dogs 3, Sharks 2. So that's a tight game there that the Steel Dogs just managed to pip the Sharks in. And then finally, Bees 0, Pitbulls 6. Again, result of the day. It's got to go to the Pitbulls. They get both of it for me this weekend. I could have seen them beating the Steel Dogs on Saturday at home. And I definitely couldn't see them going away to the Bees and winning. Never mind recording a shutout as well. So, yep, definitely results of the weekend. Both of them go to Bristol Pitbulls. An incredible 4-point weekend. Only last week I was talking about how fans were wanting coach out. Still might be the case, but 2 pretty impressive wins. That changes the mood around, I would have thought. So, the upcoming weekend, Saturday night, Tigers host the Bees. Well, we've played like we did against the Wildcats. To be honest, I can only see the Bees winning that one. I'm going to try and be optimistic, but I guess struggling at the moment. So, yeah, I'll go for the Bees to win that one, unfortunately. Lightning host the Knights. Top of the table clash. Lightning are currently top, but the Knights do have games in hand. I will go for an overtime win for the Lightning. They're going to win on home ice, but it's going to take overtime. Pitbulls host the Sharks. Sharks to win, but in overtime. And Seahawks host the Raiders. Seahawks to win that one. Game of the day for me would be Lightning Knights. That top of the table clash. That's definitely the biggest game as far as I can see on the Saturday. Moving on to the Sunday. The Knights host the Lightning. So a reverse from the Saturday night. The Knights are going to win on home ice. And I think they're going to win reasonably comfortably. I can see them winning that one by 3 goals maybe, something like that. Sharks host the Pitbulls. So again, a reverse from the Saturday fixture. And I'm going to go with the Sharks to win on home ice. Phantoms host the Steel Dogs. Tough one to call this one, I think. But the Phantoms are going to win on home ice. Might only be a goal, maybe 2 in that one. Bees host the Wildcats. I'll go for the Bees to win that one. Maybe a goal or 2 in it. And then finally, in another fixture reversal, Raiders host the Seahawks, and the Seahawks to win that one. Again, game of the day for me there is that Knights Lightning top of the table clash. So, there's my predictions for the upcoming week. As always, let me know what you think about my predictions and what you think will happen in terms of the games, the results and the scores. And as always, get in contact. Let me know your thoughts about anything else. Until next week, bye for now.